Okay guys, I'm going to attempt to show us how you can take your measurements. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to another sewing tutorial. My name is Choma and this is Choma Stitches. So I want to first show us how to take your measurements for this bralette. So I'm going to be taking my tape, this inches part of the tape, and I'll be going around my bust area, right? So I'm going to come over to the bust like this. When you get here at the apex of your box, that's the part of your bust that has the highest measurement, right? And what you're going to do is take this part and go over it like this. So this is to attempt to recreate the bralette we're trying to sew. Okay, so now it's secured like this. So you take this other part of the tape, you can either go this way or this way, because you can style this in any direction you want. It will have the same effect because it's a stretchy fabric we're working with. You can put it on this hand or put it on the other hand. When anywhere you try to put the mono strap, it is going to work. So you're now going to extend it, bring it back to where your tape is. That's assumably where you are going to be putting it back. And because it's bold, the fabric is bold, so it might not be exactly here. This will be like the middle. So I can come up to this place and say this is where it will stop. All right, so this, whatever I have here, so I have 56, 57, that's 56.5 here. All right, now to bring this mono strap bralette crop top to life, this is what I'm working with. I'm working with this velvet fabric, and you have to work with a really stretchy fabric for you to be able to achieve what we're trying to do. Okay, so what I measured is 56.5 that I am supposed to be needing. So let's say if I can stretch this to get me up to 57, that will be really nice. Okay, so I'm going to start stretching it. Because when you wear it, it will not have any other choice but to stretch to meet you exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to keep stretching this to see if what I have will be enough. Now look at where I am. Look at 56, and I still have more than 10 inches unstretched left. Okay, so this is what I'm using. What I'm trying to let you know is that because you got 56 or 57 when you took your measurement, does not mean you have to use an elastic that exactly that same. So for an elastic that is like, if you round your body after taking these measurements, you get say 60, you have to work with a stretchy fabric. And so if you got 60 when you took round your measurements, I don't expect you to use the same length of fabric at 60 inches to do it, because you need to stretch out the elasticity of the fabric to be able to grab your body, okay, to give you a better fitting. So for that purpose, you can decide to, if you had 50, if you got 60 from your own, it won't be bad if your fabric is 50 or say 47 or 48. So if you can take out like 12 inches or 11 inches from the actual measurement to get your fabric, okay, that would be nice to help give you that grip that we're looking for. But so use a fabric that has a lot of stretch. It is very important for this class. So my fabric now unstretched. Now to show us what I'm working with so that we'll get an idea. So my fabric in the unstretched state of it is 50 inches. The reason why I don't mind working with the whole of this 15 inches is because, as you know, my fabric is not as stretchy as I would prefer. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting out of this part I don't need. The width of the fabric is 17.5 inches. For a bust 35 and above, if you don't want your bust to be showing, it is best to use like 20 inches for the width or more than that. Okay, and then if you are busty, the bustier you are, the more the width of the fabric you should add to it to give you a better coverage around the bust area. It is good for it to be wide, so it will have a little bit of gather where they are meeting each other. Now when it's unfold like this, I have about 8.5 inches. I'm going to be hemming it. I'm going to go ahead and sew it from here, and I'll also sew here like 1/4 inch. I'm going to just sew the end here. You can use 1/2 inch depending on how much fabric you have. I don't have a lot of fabric, so I'm going to be sewing it with 1/2 inch and sew it all the way to the end. Okay, so I'm going to measure from here. I'm going to measure from here like so to this place. I'm going to be assuming that this place is going to be the center back. When I roll it around my back, I'm assuming that place is going to fall around the center back where the end of the mono strap is going to be going inside. When I'm done sewing it, I'm going to wrap it around my body the way I wrapped the tape around my body to find the center, and that center part is where the mono strap is going to be going in because we want it to have a neat finishing. Okay, so I'm just going to use this 15 inches that I've marked out as a guide, and I'll be leaving like 2 inches on each side of it, and I will not sew those places. I will sew the other parts to the end. So this opening I'm leaving here, I am not going to sew here. So I'm leaving this place open. So I'm going to go ahead and sew here, sew all this way, sew here, all the way until I get to the end. So all the way, and I will leave here open. So I'm just going to trim out the excess here. I'm going to leave this place open. Okay, so I've gone ahead to sew it, sew this end, sew all the way, leaving this place open like I mentioned, and sew all the way here. So I'm going to be turning this inside out. Okay, so since we've sewn here and here, okay, and this place is still open obviously, and remember I left an opening here where it's supposed to go in. This one is supposed to go in after we've wrapped it around. We're going to first create an opening where this is going to go into, and to do that I'm going to fold this in like so, and I'm going to go ahead and sew it here to create an opening here where we're going to pass through this one. Okay, so this much is enough. I'm going to go ahead and sew here first, and then I'll put it on a mannequin and show us how we're going to be wrapping this to be able to fix it in the opening. Okay, so I've gone ahead to sew it. You can see the opening, and now this is the top part, the part that was sewn, and I'm going to be taking this, I'm going to pass it from underneath here. Okay, you're supposed to pass it to come out the other way, and I'm going to be using a loop turner to help me out with this. That is why I have this. This is my loop turner. So I'm going to pass it in to hook on this piece and try to pull it through the opening. You can see it has gone in. So I'm going to put this now on the mannequin and show us how we are going to be crossing it. Look at the back. We try to straighten this at the back. Now this is the opening at the back, the opening that I did not sew. Now like I said, you can move this either from here to attach it, or you can come from here. Okay, so I'm just going to try and arrange it, because while you were passing it through this, of course it would have shifted. So you're going to try and face it so that this part that is sewn will still be facing up even as it's coming out of this place. Okay, try to rearrange it before you sew it. So with this now, why I'm having issues struggling with this is because I am working with a fabric that is not as stretchy as I would want it to be. So if you use a fabric that is very stretchy, this will not give you trouble. Okay, it will relax very easily. So if you go this way, you'll give it this kind of shape. If you go this way, it will give it this other kind of shape. Do you understand? So I think I would prefer it to come this way. There's something about this feel that I like, so I'm arranging it. And this is what I have here. So I'm going to be passing this in here into this opening. So it's going to come in this opening, and I'm going to be locking it. Hope you understand, and this will be how it is going to look. While it's on this, you can pin it. Okay, so this is how the back is going to look, and this is how the front is going to come. Okay, this is very slippery, that is why it keeps going down. But this is it. This is our monostrap bralette crop top, and if it's something you're going to be trying, do let me know. Do you like it? What do you think of this outcome? So I'm going to go take it out. I will just take this out like so. This is it, and I'll go ahead and top stitch here. After sewing it, this is what we have. What do you think? Is this something you'll be trying? If at this point you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. You have to really get close to it to see the seam line, because I use the matching thread. And look at the inside, looking very clean. See you guys in my next sewing tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.